My bovine brethren, my brovines, what have you got to say for yourself? Nothing? Okay. Hello! Welcome to the second installment of my Jog Along LeJog vlog, wherein I regale you with the ins and outs and ups and downs of my occasionally limping walk across the island of Britain. Following a challenging first week, I've eased into a comfortable daily rhythm with only the occasional hardship. Since my last update, I've rambled roughly 170 miles through the beautiful counties of Devon and Somerset. I'm perched on the edge of the idyllic Cotswolds, waiting on some friends who will be joining me for the next week and a half. The last 10 days I've experienced mostly hot, sweaty spaghetti weather with a mere 2 days of rain. To date, I've walked 320 miles and consumed 79 pints of real ale or real cider at 48 different pubs. That's a pint for roughly every 4 miles. Not too shabby.
I don't see a lot of litter when I'm walking in the backcountry of England, but when I do, it tells a pretty interesting story. We're just on a little road, middle of nowhere. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a party, man.
Significantly ahead of schedule, I decided to take an ambitious detour over 20 miles south in pseudo-pilgrimage to the village of Oddcombe, the early 17th century home of a personal hero of mine, Odd Tom Coryat. Thomas Coryat was arguably the first tourist and intentional pedestrian at a time when the concept of walking by choice invited incredulity and ridicule. Coryat found himself as something of a highbrow court jester in the Jacobean court. Incredibly witty, educated, with a natural talent for languages, Tom nourished an idea completely foreign to the 17th century mind. At a time when people traveled only for commerce, conquest, or conviction, Coryat was the first to travel for pure curiosity. There hath itched a very burning desire in me to survey and contemplate some of the chiefest parts of this goodly fabric of the world. That's Tom Coryat's voice. And so, rich in wits but poor in pocket, Coryat did just that. At the age of 32, with little more than the clothes on his back, Thomas traveled to Italy and back, walking most of the way. Upon his return, Coryat authored an enormous book detailing his travels, which became an almost instant success. Interestingly, within the pages of this book, Coryat introduced the English to 2 novel foreign implements, the fork and the umbrella. After this success, Coryat branded himself the Oddcomian leg stretcher and set out on an even more ambitious adventure, a walk from Byzantium to India. It's in India where Coryat died of dysentery at age 41, which coincidentally is my current age. In our jaded time, the terms tourist and pedestrian have become pejoratives, terms used to denote the mundane and passive, the non-participators. It's a shame. Pedestrians and tourists, and particularly pedestrian tourists, in the original sense of the terms, are the actors, those who act, and move out into the world to experience the world beyond their mundane life. And not passively experience, but tangible, footsore experience. If being a pedestrian and tourist puts me in company with Odd Tom Coryat, I proudly brandish that badge. So it's with sore feet and a soaring spirit, I leave you with a final quote from the Oddcomian leg stretcher. Upon visiting the Isle of Lesbos, which had the same fabled reputation as it does today, Coryat remarked that the women of Lesbos were the ugliest sluts I ever saw, saving the Armenian trolls of Constantinople.